Harmony One has recently hit a new bear market low, but does that mean that the worst is now over and we can start talking about some large price predictions for the one token? In today's video, I'm going to be kind of making some assumptions. We're going to take a look at a speculative investment opportunity in Harmony One and take a look at whether we think 2025 is going to be a big year for the one token. As I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and subscribe, and let's jump down to the charts and take a look at what's going on with Harmony One. Okay guys, we're going to kick things off right here. This is Harmony One paired up with USDT. We're on the 1 week Binance chart. And you can see here that we had a bit of a push to the downside most recently during the kind of, initial kind of pulls to the downside. Resistance is met here on the weekly 200 EMA. That was tested back in March of 2024. And we have fallen quite aggressively since. But there's a huge opportunity here. There's a huge pocket of buying pressure right in and around that 1 cent and just a lower than that 1 cent range. And that shows itself with potential for some phenomenal gains in the coming months. Now, I want to kind of take a look at what happened here previously during 2020 and into 2021. We saw phenomenal gains on the Harmony One project from a low down here of 0.001 all the way up to its bull market peak, which was up at 38 cents. This was a phenomenal 32,000% move for Harmony One. Now, obviously, where the price action has come down already, we can already see this as a potential move to the upside coming for Harmony One. The question is, how high can it actually go? But are we actually done with the lows? Are we looking at coming down a little bit deeper, and are we looking for accumulation? Because I see Harmony One doing some pretty interesting things. Yes, it's not going to be kind of, to everyone's taste. It's not going to have all the bells and all the whistles that I guess some people are looking for in the crypto space. But if you're looking to make some serious gains, I think Harmony One could be the project for you. Now, obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't give you financial advice. All I can do is share my thoughts and opinions in the data and in the charts as I personally see it. Now, taking a look at the charts here, it's possible that we do come down a little bit deeper. Currently, we're at 0.00850. So I do see this as a potential risk that we do come down a little bit more. Taking a look at the chart, I think there's some interesting ranges to be kind of thinking about. I'm just going to draw in some lines right in here where we can see previous support all in and around the range of 0.0039 to 0.00494. I don't think we're going to go that low, but it's an interesting range to keep an eye on. There's also a little bit of a pocket up here a little bit higher in the price action as well, which was both actually is an area of previous resistance back in 2019 and also over in late 2020 before getting a breakthrough. This is currently where support is being found. Okay, so this is a particular range is basically 0.00634 to 0.00852, and that is the range where we think there's going to be maximum value to be had. You can see here that when we've come down to this area, we've reversed very, very aggressively. And this is just another instance of that, in my opinion. So it does look like we've found a reasonable bottom. I think it has the potential to go down a little bit deeper. So I'm going to use that low range just to kind of put a cap on how high we think things can go. The lower that fib goes, then essentially the lower our price expectations should be. Okay, so for Harmony One, it's looking interesting. It looks like there's some potential here for some price action in the future. So accumulating at these lows seems like a pretty reasonable idea in my humble opinion. Obviously, not a financial advice because I cannot give you financial advice. All I can do is share my thoughts and opinions. So taking a look at this, we obviously have major slippage to the downside, but this is still showing me with the idea that we might not be done with the bull market for Harmony One. And I think 2025 is going to see a breakout across many different cryptocurrencies, including the one coin. So let's take a look. Where do we think things are likely to go? I think we are going to find resistance right up here on the 0.618 and the 0.786. Okay, these are going to be key areas in my opinion. Pull that across. You can see this is going to be interesting with previous resistance at 22.6 and 59.7. Okay, so you can see here there's definitely some resistances to be found up there. Also, there's some resistances actually a little bit lower. I'm just going to go ahead and draw those on in the chart all around that 382 area as well on the fib level, so about 5.8 cents. And so I look at the price action here and I'm saying to myself, okay, well, we definitely see some potential for growth. Now, if we do come down to those low ranges, and we push on up towards the 38.2, that's about an 800% move. If we go up to the 0.618, that's going to be 3,300%. If we move up to the 786 and a new all-time high, that's going to be about 10, just short actually, about 9,200% move to the upside. And if we were to mirror everything that happened previously for Harmony One, going into a really strong bull market, well, then you run the possibility of another 30+% and potentially even over 100,000% if you were to go up towards the $8 level. Now, do I think that's likely? No, I don't. I think it's better to be more grounded and be aiming more towards some of these more kind of realistic areas around kind of 22 to 60 cents. That to me seems like phenomenal gains anyway, and this would be kind of my expectations. Now, if we take a look at this, we look at the market through the lens of a three-wave pattern. Minimum expectations are going to be up at 38 cents, right in line with this previous area of resistance and a double top scenario, with the potential to push out a little bit further anyway. But looking at it, it looks phenomenally good value where it is. I think we're going to see some better value in the coming kind of weeks and potentially months. But I do think 2025 is going to be a very, very good year for many cryptocurrencies, including Harmony One. Now, that's my thoughts and opinions on where I think the price action is going. But where do you think the price action of Harmony One is heading? Let me know in the comments down below, or join us in our free Discord server where we'd love to kind of catch up with you guys and see what you think about Harmony One. And if you haven't done so yet, guys, check this video out right here. You're not going to want to miss it.